Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be answering some of your questions in relation to my pregnancy, having a baby, plans, all that fun stuff. It's going to be totally baby related, so if you're not interested in that, probably not the video for you. But that is my life now, and you know, I want to have the right balance on my channel, but I get so many questions that are baby related, so I thought I would do a video dedicated to it. That way you know exactly what you're getting. Last time I did a Q&A, so many of the questions were baby related, and yeah, I've also had a break off of YouTube, and so I thought I'd ease myself back into filming by just doing a little Q&A for you all. I have a coffee. This is the Greggs caramel latte. Honestly, one of my favorite coffees is Greggs. Anyway, let's get some questions up, but before I answer any, as usual, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my channel if you, what do I even say? And subscribe to my channel. I don't know what I say. Really? I don't know, just subscribe if you want to. I had a lot of questions about my birth plan. I haven't looked into too much, and I am a heavy researcher, but I feel like I'm not putting off birth, but I'm not that worried about it, I can't lie. I really don't want to put not too much fault, but I really don't want to stress myself out about it. I don't know, I just feel very calm about it. What will be will be. If I have a vaginal birth, great. If I have to have a C-section, I have to have a C-section. I'm not that bothered about what route it goes down, because worrying about it is not going to change it, and I am a worrier, but for some reason I just don't feel worried about birth. I don't know if it's I'm in denial, and the closer I get to giving birth, that will change, but for now that's how I'm feeling. I also am doing a course with my boyfriend, and the first two are about giving birth, and I feel like I'm just going to wait until then to kind of think more about it. But at this stage in time, with little research done, this is my desired birth plan. I would love to give birth in a birthing pool. What are they even called? Something about water. I just love being in water. I find it very calming. Don't want an epidural, but if the pain is unbearable and I can, then I probably will. But I really don't want one. But if it ends up happening because I can't handle the pain, it does. What other things? Oh yeah, people were asking me who my birthing partner is. Am I having more than one person? No, it's just going to be me and my boyfriend. Will I be using gas and air? Yes. Am I hypno birthing? Yes. I actually get a free online course with the antenatal course that I'm doing. Again, haven't started watching anything about that. I'm just putting that off for a bit, you know. I like living in this naive bubble about birth at the moment. Do you have a name for your baby? This one is really getting to me. So me and my boyfriend have always referred to a child we wasn't even planning as this one specific name, and we always said if we had a boy we'd call him it. This name has been in our lives for a very long time, and now the fact that he's coming out, now I'm second guessing the name. My boyfriend isn't, but I am. And there's another name that I love, and I'm trying to persuade him on it. I don't know, like, I feel like if I really was set on this name, I would refer to him as it. I would be getting the personalised stuff. It's like when you buy an item of clothing and it's in your cupboard for so long that by the time you go to wear it, you don't even like it anymore. That's what I'm worrying about. Yeah, there's just another name, I just love it so much. It is a unisex name, and it's what I was persuading my boyfriend on when I thought it was a girl. He was like, it's a boy's name. So now having a boy, I'm like, well, you said it's a boy's name. You've literally dug your own grave. So I don't think I'm gonna sway him on it. But then at the same time, I'm like, what if I have gone off the name and then I regret it? Anyway, we'll wait until he's here. I've always said that anyway, because what if he doesn't look like the name? Only time will tell with that one, eh? And lots of you have asked me to do names I love but won't be using. I just ran through this list on TikTok, so if you follow me over there you might have already heard these. So if you do follow me on TikTok and you saw that, then you might want to skip this part. So these are all names that are on my list, but I know for a fact I won't be using them. First one on the list is Blair. I personally love that name because of Gossip Girl, and I just think it sounds like such a cool name, but I don't like single syllable names. It has to be doo-doo. I don't know what it is, I just don't like single syllable names. So yeah, when you guys are trying to guess my baby name, you can bear that in mind. Next on the list is Remy with an I, and that's the name that people are using for girls and boys. I really like it for a girl. We then have Scarlett. I loved Scarlett for years, but I just don't feel like it would fit my family, like the names we have. I don't know, there's just something about it that doesn't sit right with me, but the name itself I actually love. We then have Regan. Again, that is a name used for girls and than boys. I personally really like it for a boy. My boyfriend just didn't like it, so that's why that is off the list. Then we have Bo, a unisex name, but I would personally use it for a boy. But same reason as Blair, it's single syllable, off the list. I then had Macy, which is a new one that I added on when I thought I was having a girl. I do really like it, but just something, I don't know. I love it, but it's just not the one. Next is another new one, and it is Novi. And obviously, you guys know where that name is from, I'm sure. Zoe Sugg recently called her daughter Novi. I don't know why, I just love it so much. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's going to catch on loads. People are really going to start using it. I just think it sounds lovely. But yeah, I just loved it. We then have Harley. Really love the name. Think it's such a cool name. But Becky, who is my best friend of years, that is her boyfriend's name. And I just think that would be weird to call my child after my best friend's boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? We then have Romy for a girl. Again, that is being used as a unisex name, but I've had that name on my list for years. I had a friend of a friend who had that name, and when I first heard it, I was like, a bit of a strange name, but then I loved it and I thought, oh my god, that is such a cool name. I'd never heard anyone else called it. It is like the influencer name of the year. That's another thing that scares me. There's quite a lot of people, influencers, whatever you want to call it, that are having baby boys, and I think, oh my god, what if they call their child my baby boy name, and then like the next month I come out with the same name? Looks like I'm copying them. But that would put me off a name. Like if I see a name that somebody else, even though I don't know them personally, it's just, I don't know, I don't like it. That is the reason why Romy will not be used now, because it's everywhere. Same for this next name, we have Arthur. Arthur is very common in Essex. I just know there's probably going to be like 15 Arthurs in each school year. So yeah, won't be using that. And then final name that's on the list, which is very similar to Arthur, is Archie. Again, a very common name in Essex. And so yeah, won't be using that. So yeah, that is an idea of some names that I like. I feel like I literally repeated myself from the TikTok I did. What pram did I get? So we have chose the Eye Candy Peach 7. I love it in all black. We really ummed and ahed. We really wanted it in cookie. I just thought it would be such a stupid idea because it's beige. It was such a lovely colour. I just know it would get ruined so quickly. So I just thought if I get black, I can chuck it in the boot, not worry about it as much anyway as I would be if it was beige. Will you have a baby shower? Yes, we are having a baby shower. We are having it actually next month. It's not a traditional baby shower. It's going to be an evening thing with both men and women. I do not want to be sitting around opening presents. I wanted to do a celebration. Also, my boyfriend really wanted to do a gender reveal so that he could celebrate with his family and friends as well. So essentially, we've kind of combined how those things happen because in a normal gender reveal you have everyone invited to that, so it's just going to be a party really. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that, even though I am going to be even more swollen. I can't wait. Would you like to breastfeed? This is so funny because before I ever got pregnant, whenever I thought about people breastfeeding or myself, I was like, there is no way in hell I'm doing that. To go through the pain, the extra pressure, I just always said I wasn't gonna do it. It's so funny how my opinions have changed since getting pregnant, because I completely changed my mind on that. I'm definitely gonna attempt to breastfeed, but obviously that's not always possible for some people. But yeah, definitely gonna attempt it, and hopefully it works for us. Also, there's lots of questions on here that I'm not answering because I've answered them already. Like, was it planned and things like that. I answered that in the first video with my boyfriend. What are you most nervous for? I would say the thing that worries me the most is, what if I don't have the right instincts? You know, when they're like, you know your baby, like when they're ill. What if I didn't know my baby and they was really ill and I didn't realise how ill they was and I didn't take them to hospital and something bad happened? That's the type of thing that scares me. Even thinking about it makes me want to cry. But yeah, that worries me the most, I would say. Have you enjoyed being pregnant so far? I feel like I've been very lucky. I really don't feel pregnant. Luckily, I didn't have morning sickness. I wouldn't say I've loved it because of the tiredness and the worry, things like that. But then there's so many amazing things like feeling the baby. That was one of the questions. When did I first feel him? I would say I first felt him at 16 weeks, I would say. Just like movement inside of me, like when you feel like, oh, what was that? But now he is so wriggly, especially if I wake up in the middle of the night. Like if I get up for a wee, when I get back into bed, I'm like, oh my God, can you calm down? And it's just such a weird feeling, and the bigger he's getting, the more I can feel it. And I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, overall, I would say I've enjoyed being pregnant. Are you still as excited as you were when you first found out you were pregnant? I would say I'm more excited now. I went for a stage where I was like, there is so much to think about, so much to know, so much to learn, like, oh. But I'm now at that stage where I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I just want to see him. We're getting a 4D scan. I'm so excited for that. I feel like I'm going to bawl my eyes out. I just want to see what he kind of looks like. There is a lot of times where I feel overwhelmed. I have got quite a lot of stuff so far. Like, we've sorted the pram, the car seat. I am going to get an ISOFIX, but I am also getting a new car. So I need to wait until I have that because I want to go somewhere where they actually will fit the ISOFIX in for me. I've got the cot, the bouncer, the next to me, all the big things I've basically got. I've got lots of clothes. I've started buying nappies and wipes and things like that. Things that I haven't got are like toiletries, basics like vests and plain baby grows and things like that. I'll get them near the end. But yeah, I will be doing a TikTok probably tomorrow maybe, where I actually show the things that I have got. So I will link that below if I posted it. Have you had people in your life that weren't supportive of you having a baby? Absolutely not. Everyone has been very supportive. Everyone was very shocked, but yeah, no, definitely haven't had anyone not be supportive. What age did you think you would have a baby? I really didn't have an age or a plan. I've always said, if I have a baby, I have a baby. If I don't, I don't. I never wanted my life from a certain age anyway. I think it was from about 25 where I was just like, you can't plan your life. You don't know what's going to happen. I might not even be able to have babies. I might never be with somebody who I want to have babies with. All of those different factors. So there wasn't really an age, and I didn't know if it was ever going to be in my plan. And I was okay with that because I didn't want to put pressure on myself, because you never know what the future holds. How many pregnancy tests did you take? Probably about 1 million. I'm not joking. I took one constantly because I was so worried that something was going to go wrong. Have you wanted sweet or savoury foods more? I would say my eating habits have really not changed. It's so weird that I haven't experienced these mad cravings. Like, I definitely had a craving for apple sweets and for stuffing, but that didn't last very long. And it was quite early on. But yeah, since then, no, not really. Lots of questions about this actually. Will you be showing the baby or keeping him private? I really don't know. I definitely will show him. I definitely won't be like hiding him or putting emojis over his face, anything like that. But at the same time, I don't know if I will be putting my baby all over every social media platform. I don't know how I'll feel, to be honest with you. So yeah, you will see him. I just don't know how much you will see him. Have you started decorating a nursery? No, I'm not going to be redecorating my spare room at all. The plan is, before he's even 1, we will be either already moved or in the process of moving, so I just don't see any point in it. I will be transitioning the room in terms of the furniture in the room, but yeah, decorating it, that's not going to be happening. He won't even be sleeping in there till he's 6 months anyway. I'm going to finish on this question. What will you miss about being pregnant? Probably just telling people I'm pregnant, aka my boyfriend. Because I'm like, oh, can you get me that? Go on, I'm pregnant. I just love using that as an excuse. Even if I'm not tired, I'll be like, oh, go on, I am pregnant. But no, seriously, I will miss feeling him inside of me and just knowing that I'm growing him. I can't explain the feeling, but yeah, I'm sure having him in front of me in my arms will be better than the feeling of growing him. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Hope I've answered enough questions, but yeah, as always, a lot of repeat questions because you guys all want to know the same kind of things. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.